Hello, everyone. Welcome to, of course, Droga 52. I'm joined by Axel here, and it's been, like, we're here to talk about movie news or like stuff that has come out this week. Of course, there's been quite a lot of stuff that has come out. Like as you can see, there was this whole Jason Momoa thing that happened. We don't know what he's talking about, of course, and a possible Lobo movie, maybe by James Gunn, maybe by
I
Jason
think those
Momoa.
two, those two things are connected as well.
Yeah, like if he wasn't if Jason Momoa was not Aquaman, he would definitely be. If I looked at him, I'd be like, that's Lobo.
No, but he's
100%.
also
Of course, yeah,
he's also come out and said that he'd love to play. So even though he is
yeah,
Aquaman,
yeah. Like it would be like if they ever met, it would be a bit distracting. It's like having like two actors in like this at the same time. It's just very, very distracting. So, and also, we've got the Air cut was trending like on the weekend, or I think last weekend, and but today, I just wanted to open up today's episode with of course, the passing of Kevin Conroy, because like for a
goat.
lot of people, he is the voice of Batman, and so like I think he how old was when was he born? He was born in about I
He was either
think
early 70s or late 60s.
I think it's just and I know that
1955.
he
Yeah,
was 66. It's just it's just like even like the Empire State Building was lit up like today or last night in New York. It's like I think it's the same thing they did with Adam. It's the same thing they did with Adam West. Yeah, and it's like I think that was pretty cool, and it was just good to like because he had cancer and stuff and it's just good to know that he's he's in a better place now, and so
he's remembered so well. It's nice to see. Like the overwhelming support is always nice to see, especially with someone like him.
yeah,
Like I haven't seen he's one of those people I never saw anyone criticize. Like there are always people like, especially in DC, which is such a divided fandom.
That is,
I've
I've never seen once him getting hate. That's something I've never seen. Like there's him and Mark
And if he was
Hamill.
ever in a project that people didn't like, they'd always say that he was good for the project. Like
Yeah,
he was just
exactly.
the person like that.
Like we all do not like the Killing Joke movie. We do not like the Killing Joke movie, but we can all agree that was like him reading those lines from the book was just really cool.
I mean, he is Batman. Like if you read a comic of Batman, I'd be very surprised if you didn't hear his voice as you read it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that just you're lying if you don't hear his voice when you read a comic. It's just I had another image. Like we got like tweets by like Paul Dini and who of course like wrote co-wrote the animated series. So like I saw that that was like the first tweet I saw like after this one tweet that said he passed away, and I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. Because like I could not tell if it was real, like because it was a it was like a check mark, and I could not tell if it was real because like
especially now,
Twitter, everyone is now verified. I was actually thinking of getting verified, but I'm like, no, that's just stupid.
I'd only do it to impersonate someone as a piss tag.
Yeah, I do that too, but I don't know. But like, it's just getting a lot of accounts is hard. Oh jeez, what else is there? Oh man, like, dude, like this is just, bro, it's just.
It's actually like the Arkham games and the DCAU, which are honestly like a hybrid of the two. Is probably my definitive version of Batman. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those versions. And now I posted this image, like, because of course, like there was like this guy, the Great Ghost, who was voiced by Adam West, who who passed away like 5 years ago, which is wow. I actually didn't know he was Batman. I mostly knew him from like Family Guy and stuff. I knew he was Mayor West.
I've been meaning to watch it. I've been meaning to watch the Adam West Batman. Like, I know it's goofy and it's not.
Yeah,
very,
it's
like,
a bit goofy for
true
me.
to
I'm like
modern Batman,
just,
but I don't know.
yeah.
Just for the, I've been meaning to watch it at some point.
You got a Wayne T. Carr, like Green Lantern, paying respects, which is I thought that was pretty cool. Also, same
Hopefully.
with Ray Porter.
Hopefully Green Lantern.
Nah, he is Green Lantern, right? He's even if DC doesn't want that. You got what else is it? Oh yeah, John Wesley Shipp, like the Flash. Yeah, the old Flash actor. Brother Saint here. Dude, that scene is fire. Like, have you seen Justice League? Oh, wait, no, not just. It's
That's Batman Superman. Apocalypse,
yeah, Batman Superman.
yeah,
Apocalypse. Yeah, that scene right there is really cool.
Yeah,
Susan Eisenberg, no relation to Jesse Eisenberg. Yep. What else is there? You got the Arkham game. Jesus Christ! And I thought, what was his last one? I think it was
Really, I think it wasn't a joke or Crisis.
Yeah, I hope not. Like, I think it was. Did you play the game Multiverses?
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll take that. That's a good thing to have. As last one. It's better than the other
like it's better than nothing, of course. But like, did he record? Was he like part of what do you call that new show, like the one that Matt Reeves and
Batman,
Bruce Timm.
Oh, the Cape Crusade one?
Yeah, Cape Crusade. Was he part of that or something?
Well, actually checking his filmography here, and it says he was gonna play Thomas Wayne.
Thomas Wayne. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, because he has voiced Thomas Wayne before, like, so yeah, that won't surprise me. So yeah, that's just like I can figure it out.
I'm not sure if that show will even like get to air.
Yeah, we don't even know what's happening with that. It's just
the last thing we heard, they were shipping it to a different platform, and we just
that's what I heard.
Since.
Oh my god! I stirred up some controversy last night. I stirred up some controversy last night. So you know this famous cover of Action Comics?
Oh yeah, and okay, I will say though that scene in Man of Steel did bug me slightly, but I love Man of Steel. But
I mean, yeah, I mean, I kind of like at first I was like, Superman wouldn't do that, and then I'm like, am I defending a guy who's sexually harassing someone? I found this. I found this. That guy's hair is basically like a phone. It's pretty funny. But what else is there? So yeah. So today we had this. So earlier this week we had some. There was a bit of how should I say it? There was a bit of like debate. What Jason Momoa posted a video talking about this Maestro person, and who is this Maestro person? We don't know, of course, not yet. But it was very how should I say? It was very like I don't even know what I can say. Fuck. Let me just so yeah, like he said he's working on like a dream project, and like and he says that and he called the person Maestro, and so some people are speculating who could this Maestro be? Is it Zack Snyder? No. Okay, first of all, for people who are saying it's Zack Snyder, I
love Snyder, but I think we're at the point where we kind of just need to let that go as DC fans. Like, otherwise, we'll just never be able to move on.
Yeah, it's just, it is a bit bothering to me, but like, I think, there was this article or this interview he had where he was asked who was he talking about Zack Snyder? And he said, no, you gotta look deeper, bro. I mean, he does tend to overhype so much shit. Like I have, if you look in the past,
we're talking about Jason Momoa, right?
Yeah,
like how he posted the thing with him and Ben Affleck, and I don't want to say spoilers for leaks here. I have read things saying apparently like his role like might not even like they might not even add that. That was just like a maybe.
Oh really?
Like, during that.
Like they only, I think they added it because of like to replace Michael Keaton's role, because his role he was actually meant to be in the Batgirl movie for some reason.
With them confirming Superman's back, I feel like if they were going to announce that Batfleck's back, they would have done it as well. And like I think everyone has to kind of respect if Ben Affleck doesn't want to do it because he's.
I agree, but like
he had to film.
Yeah, I understand.
Big sacrifice.
I understand like a man's privacy when it comes to all this. Like, yo, what up, Bat Super? I understand, like, because like you remember those interviews he had like for that movie he did called Live by Night. Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Yeah, he got bugged to death with all those questions. Like everyone would not shut up about it. Like whenever he was asked, yo, when are we getting the Batfleck? What's happening with the Batman? And he'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like that would literally be him. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, and they would also be like, it'd just be like I understand an actor's privacy. And the most annoying thing is about these interviews is that they never even the person interviewing never even asks about the movie. They just ask, "Oh, what's happening with you and Marvel?" And I'm like, dude, talk about the movie. Like, have you seen like the interviews with?
I can't watch interviews 90% of the time.
Have you seen those interviews with Emily Blunt, where she's asked about, "Oh, are you going to be in the Fantastic Four?" And like, she got pissed, I think. And so like, and she was like, "No, I don't want to be it." I'm sorry, I don't. Is she British? I don't know, but like,
yeah, she is.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like she would get asked to death about that. So here is can you hear it?
No.
Can you hear it?
No, I can't.
Oh, god damn it. How do I freaking share this thing? It's so annoying. I swear I can't even do shit with this. He asks him about like the freaking what do you call it? He tells him about like Lobo, and Jason Momoa is like, "What? Really? He actually posted that?" And then like and he's like, "Yo, show me this." And yeah, they just like gush over, like they just nerd out. Look at this girl here. She's like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, we're talking about our movie, right?"
She had no idea what DC is.
She does.
Bro, like, yeah, she would have no idea who Lobo is. She would have no idea.
Yeah, like, she's like,
average person should have no idea. And that's the thing, right? Like, Lobo is such a James Gunn character. Like, when I think of a character that James Gunn would love to adapt from DC, like I didn't think of it initially, but like now in hindsight, Lobo is very James Gunn.
Yeah,
like
because like originally, if you remember a few years ago, it was like when they were like throwing shit to the wall and seeing if it sticks. It was like Michael Bay was meant to direct what do you call it, a Lobo movie, and I'm like, so that's not. So yeah, clearly that's not happening. I'm like, why Michael Bay? Out of all the characters, I'm like, for a guy who does big movies, like that sure is I don't think he would do that. But yeah, obviously that never happened. And,
I'm thinking what they do would be like this film.
Yep.
The Man of Tomorrow one they released a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I
only saw that film twice. It was like
because like Lobo's not really main villain material because he's a bounty hunter, which means that his motives aren't interesting enough to hold a movie. Like he needs to be paid by someone to do something. I think Lobo. Well, because in this movie, in Man of Tomorrow, they kind of had this weird. I'd actually never heard of him previously, called the Collector, but like not Brainiac, but like a different Collector.
You mean the Collector from Marvel?
Pretty much, yeah. That was like basically his thing, which is weird because I was like, that's kind of Brainiac's thing.
Yeah, it is.
And so I think Lobo would be an interesting way for them to set up Brainiac. Because the idea of Brainiac sending Lobo to collect Superman for his Kryptonian collection, if he doesn't have any Kryptonians left, you know what I mean? Because he's wanting.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the collector. I think Lobo could be a good way for them, building up to Brainiac as a villain.
That's perfect idea. Brainiac is a must for Man of Steel.
Brainiac is a must.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of.
Also, what do you think about this casting? What do you think about this casting? Carl
Urban as.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would dig he's one of those people who can really
one of them peoples.
When I looked back and realized he was Éomer in Lord of the Rings, I was like, what?
Yeah, right? I always forget that he's in Thor Ragnarok. That's the thing. Because his character in Thor Ragnarok was so bad. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like,
he was bad in a way that it was
he's
it wasn't written very well, but he played that character well.
He did.
For what that character was meant to be, I think he did a good job with it.
Yeah, he did.
And so it's he's very able to just play such different characters, and they're all very fantasy / sci-fi centric, Éomer, Billy Butcher, and
Billy Butcher. Yeah.
I forget the guy's name.
Scourge. I think Executioner.
Yeah, Executioner.
Even though he didn't execute anyone, for God's sake. So yeah, so some people are theorizing. Is James gonna make a Lobo movie? Some people have thought of maybe Jason Momoa might direct this movie. That was a possibility because actors can direct stuff. I don't know if Jason Momoa has directed anything.
Still fairly young, isn't he? Usually actors and directors more.
I think he's in his 40s or something. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah, he is.
The part of the whole idea of a Lobo movie is kind of reflective of my fear with James Gunn. Is that I understand that he likes doing the lesser known characters and I know Lobo's great. Lobo can't hold his own movie. In my opinion, I don't think Lobo should hold his own movie. At least not yet.
Not yet, because we haven't established our DC universe yet. We're getting stuff under control, but we need
Superman's got one movie in this.
Yeah, we need a Superman. We need another Superman movie. I'm sorry, that's just what we need. We've had one Wonder Woman movie. We've had we're getting two Wonder movies.
Just completely. Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, bro, that movie. Get the fuck out of here. I want that. I want that movie out of my sight. I don't ever want to see that again. We're getting a Flash movie. The Green Lantern thing. I don't even know what's happening with that. Is it a show or a movie? We got two castings last year, and then we've heard nothing. And then lately we've heard it might be a Jon Stewart thing, and then I don't know. It's
looking like it's going to be Jon Stewart centric, and I'm happy. The thing is with Jon Stewart is I prefer him as the Justice League Green Lantern, but I still want Hal Jordan to exist.
Yeah, I like Hal Jordan. He's it's just I feel like Kyle Rayner hasn't gotten any of the spotlight. Because did you see that? What do you call that? That animated Green Lantern movie that came out a few months ago.
Yeah, that was easily the worst.
That
movie
was trash.
The new universe.
That
is, the way they handled Sinestro. Green Arrow was the only good part of that movie, and that's just Green Arrow.
Bro, they formed a Justice League off screen. I
know.
People say the DCEU was rushed. Bro, we haven't even seen.
No, it wasn't even about the rush. It was the fact that we had 1, 2. So we had the Batman Long Halloween movies, we had Superman Man of Tomorrow, and we had the Justice Society movie that were all within the space of 3 years.
Yeah.
And then they skipped 10 years for this movie. It's you were doing it so well. You were slowly building up to a Justice League
bro,
and then you just didn't do it. They literally made the perfect situation for themselves. Superman Man of Tomorrow and Batman Long Halloween were the perfect introductions to these characters, and then they.
I'm not a huge fan of the Flash and Green Arrow going up to recruiting Batman. I don't know. It's just a bit. I don't know, something about
Yeah,
that.
that was a
Just too.
post-credit scene.
Yeah, that was
No,
post
yeah,
credits.
I didn't like that they knew
Just,
his identity. That kind of annoyed
yeah, I'm
me.
like, how the fuck would you know? Like,
Neither of them have. I mean, like, I guess Barry kind of has detective in him because he's a CSI.
Yeah, he's a
but
CSI.
I like the fact that they know his identity, but in JSA, Justice Society, I mean, you wouldn't know Clark's identity. Like, you find out that identity before you find out Batman's.
Yeah, I know. So like with the Maestro thing, so like yeah, so like oh yeah, back with the Maestro stuff. Yeah, so like Ezra Miller has it's called Zack Snyder, Mr. Maestro. He's like, oh, Mr. Maestro, Zack Snyder. I mean, what other questions? I'm sorry, that's my impression. But fucking what's this? Seriously, Flash Film News got himself verified, of course. He actually called Andy Muschietti, the director of the Flash, Maestro. So
yeah, I mean, Ezra Miller seems
so
like the kind of person who would
see,
just
I'm
probably
like,
work
okay, who's who? Like, what? He's like, no, I'm Maestro. No, I'm the Maestro. I'm like, dude, fucking, who's who? Is it like?
I think that everyone focuses on the director for Justice League 2. For me, the writers are way more important. Like,
oh yeah,
Zack Snyder is a specific type of guy who's like where the director kind of outdoes the writer.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like directors especially in like modern day superhero television have like gotten this position where they're like writers and directors, and like that's just too much for one person. I think like an example of where that failed was J.J. Abrams in Star Wars. Like
Bruh,
as entertaining as The Force Awakens was as a film, his good direction kind of made us overlook his bad writing. And that's the thing. Like, a good director can overlook their bad writing because they know what they were trying to make look good about it. So like I just want good writers. I don't really mind as much who's directing. I just want someone who like I mean, I say I want someone who knows the characters, then we don't want another like Jeff Johns situation.
Yeah, we don't want any one of those. Like get someone who doesn't wear a fucking bowl cap in the room because he's just look, he as much I can't take away from his talent at comics, but like he made great comics. I have not read Flashpoint Beyond or anything else, but like yeah, fuck that dude. But like yeah, he needs to like stay away from it because he was tutored under
is you have certain rules. You have the never changing status quo, which means that you can do whatever you want, and in the end, it won't matter. Which was so evident in Wonder Woman. It's like, oh,
bro, like they changed so much shit in Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, they're like nukes are coming, and they're gonna pop up. No, now it's gone. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's move on to the next project. Like, as a comic book writer, and as a great comic book writer, he's not used to having to worry about continuity.
Yeah.
And so, like, that just does not translate to movies because everyone's just thinking, how would this?
Because the modern audience aren't all comic book readers. That's the thing.
No, but it was also like comic books don't give a rat's ass about continuity, and it's one of my big issues with them. Which is why I want DC to read with the comics and care about continuity because they do not care. Every comic writer does their own thing, and they're like, sure, this thing maybe happened. Like, I think Batman the Three Jokers. Did you read that? They were just like
Three Jokers. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, that was like
they like initially it was introduced as canon, and then like a week or like a month or so after its release, like actually, it's not canon. But it's like it.
Wait, really? Was it confirmed to not be canon? I'm like confused.
Yeah, I think it was out of a reaction. Everyone was mad that Jason and Barbara kissed. Barbara just.
I was like,
I feel bad for her. She's the only like. Well, she's not the only, but she's the main female Bat family member, which means she gets shipped with everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean even the dad of the family.
Fuck. Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
we don't talk about that. Yeah,
we don't talk about that. Like, you're gonna make Bruce Timm excited. He's gonna be like, ooh. Get that out of my sight. So yeah, like, Jason Momoa on his dream project, DC project, is related to James Gunn's. If his dream project, DC project. Actually, I don't know if he said if it's a DC project.
He didn't. No, I think he was standing next to the water when he did it. So everyone thought, like, oh,
related.
I mean,
everyone know, like pinpointed, like everyone, made the connections and shit. They're like, that's how scoopers work. Or like that's how people who think they're scoopers, like they just fucking, it's just ridiculous. It's so many people jump to conclusion like, look at this. What is this suit here? Like, what is this? Like a stealth suit or something?
I mean, to be fair, one thing that doesn't translate to live action is Aquaman's normal suit. So, I mean,
and they did that.
That's a bit bland and boring, but his like orange and like, was it orange and green? I think it is.
Yeah, orange and green. They changed
goofy.
it to like darker green or something. Yeah. What is with the fake muscles here? Like seriously, it looks so jarring. It just looks so distracting.
Oh, it's like Tyler Hoagland's Superman and Lois suit.
Oh, Tyler Hoagland's oh god. Jesus.
I love him. I love him as Superman. I mean, his suit is, at least originally. I think they've changed a bit.
I think he's
okay, so it's DC related, and like,
okay.
Aquaman, out of like the core Justice League members that have their own thing. I mean, I guess you could go, like Tula, Aqualabs, and all that, but Aquaman itself doesn't really have much more you can do outside of what was done Aquaman 1 and what was done Aquaman 2. So I don't think his dream project will be specifically Aquaman related. Like it could be a Justice League 2 with Aquaman in it. But I don't think it'll be like a specific Aquaman related project. So if that's right and they said it was under Johnson and Safran, I think it's either Lobo or Justice League related.
Man, it's just like, why aren't we getting more of this? Like, I understand if Zach
is that the Techno-Union guy?
Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, it is him. I don't know how we got
seventh member of the.
That's what the Unite the Seven means.
The Techno-Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
Well, what can I say? It's all connected. Like it's a shared universe, and it's just sorry, that clip is just funny as fuck.
One sec, I might quickly run to the bathroom. Be right back.
Oh yeah. And then. Okay, so while he's gone, we are going to be talking about another theory that I have is y'all remember that Frosty the Snowman shit that happened a while ago? It was like doing the whole Ray Fisher thing. It was like it's probably not that. it's probably not that. So yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. So yeah.
All right, back. Let's go.
Oh, you're back. So like I had another theory. Yeah, he did raise the bar so high. It's like so high that I couldn't even touch it. Yeah, but like fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I had another theory. Like you remember that Frosty the Snowman thing that he was like assigned to do?
Wait, who?
Jason Momoa. Yeah, like, do you remember that? It was like happened like a few years ago. He was like, Jason Momoa signed on to do a Frosty the Snowman, and that was not true at all. It was just a distraction for like with the whole Ray Fisher shit that happened. It's just so I'm like that could be it's a dream project. Also, there was this one about like Frosty the Distraction. Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, that's it. There's also like I remember hearing like a few months ago that he's going to be in a Minecraft movie. I'm like, what the fuck do you make a Minecraft movie about? That's
I'm really hoping these aren't his dream projects.
Bro, if those are, I'm like Minecraft? If those are, I mean like good for him, but like yeah.
That's the issue with the DC fandom, is if you're an actor in the DC universe, you cannot say anything that's subtle.
Bro, you can't say shit without people speculating.
You have to be so like clear with what you're saying. The second you say anything cryptic, everyone's just gonna instantly assume it's DC related. So like,
yeah, I know.
If it's not DC related, people are gonna be mad.
Bro, like people always get mad.
I mean, I know he has said it's under Safran, so it definitely is DC related. But
Probably.
It's just funny.
Also, I don't know if you saw this, but like there was this video that of Zack Snyder like being asked, "Hey, would you come back to DC and stuff?" And he was like, "Yeah, well, like actually." He would actually I can't remember what he said, but like he said that he's happy with Netflix and stuff.
God, you know what I wish happened?
He's got like creative control there. He can do basically whatever
he wants. Yeah,
he can basically do whatever he wants. He's like Homelander, but like okay, actually no, not like Homelander, but like yeah, he can. He's got yeah. If he goes back to DC, he's like. I want Zach to be happy and like yeah it's I'm kind of bummed. It's kind of bummed out like that we won't be able to see his like his movies and shit. But like yeah, it's just like when we fuck. What was I gonna say? But yeah, he's Sarah like in a good environment for Netflix. The fuck? She is? Wait, what? What do you mean, Sarah? I don't see what's happening.
She was there for like a second. I wasn't lying.
Let me see.
I mean, it's probably because
I was not lying. I swear to God. Oh yeah, there she is. What the fuck she's trending for?
Because Legends of Tomorrow needs to come back, and she needs to be canonized. I said this last week, didn't I?
Oh yeah, that's right. She's not even in the comic. She's not even from the comics. So I'm like, yo, I'm like.
But she's great not only for Black Canary's character to have a sister that I think like I said last week, I think having the idea of Black Canary having a sister kidnapped, maybe like make it so instead of being on the boat, she was kidnapped as a kid to be part of League of the Assassins. Like the idea of that being her motive is like trying to find her sister and training with Ted Grant to like, be able to fight League of Assassins. That's a great motive for her. Not to mention making her like in like a universe, making her like a successor to Rip Hunter. Like not like I love Legends, but it's not something that can happen in a cohesive universe because
I'm like that show got a bit too silly for me. That show got like a bit
it's too overpowered. Like the idea of them being able to control time, but like
they control
the Time Master after Rip Hunter, like that could work.
Oh yeah, that could work actually. Oh, damn, that could work.
So like I definitely think she should be canonized in some form.
Yeah. So like what were we talking about before? Like oh yeah, with Zack Snyder. So yeah, he said he was happy. And like some people are like Fatal J is like, yeah, scoop us after this video. Like, and people are like it's like people are treating like his Rebel Moon thing as a side project. Like I'm like he's not putting his heart and soul into it. Like I've spoken to the people who were like on the set and they saw him film a scene and they were like they said that he was excited as hell, like he like and so I'm thinking, and it's just annoying when like fans are like that. It's just
the way I see it is like this. Rebel Moon, as far as I'm concerned, it's an original property, isn't it? He's created it all himself.
Yeah.
It's not an adaptation.
Yeah. It was originally going to be like a Star Wars thing. Star Wars or movie. I don't know. It was before like the whole Disney shit happened. Before like before the dark times, before the J.J. Abrams. It was originally going to be like I don't know what the exact story was, but like. Yeah, we're gonna find out what would have been in this which I am excited as hell. I hope we get to see it in theaters and shit.
Tom Hulkenberg's back for the score as well. I love me a Tom Hulkenberg.
Oh yeah, yo, that looks like he is
his
him and Hans Zimmer and who else?
Best combination, like literally.
Those are
two people who just go hand in hand as
bro. It's just
even so like. I think what could be really cool about Rebel Moon is that what I always say about his Justice League trilogy, if you call it that, whatever you call it, is that they were great in what he intended. Like it was very distinct Zack Snyder stuff, and it was a good story. But I agree, I can understand the criticisms that this isn't how you'd want said characters to be adapted.
Yeah.
But,
like this was, I always saw this as like an Elseworld, So it was like people like expected it from the start to be like the MCU. Like they wanted it to go on for like 20 years.
And that's not even what he wanted.
That's not what he wanted. He wanted it to just be like small and stuff. So and it was just like what I liked about it. Like, it was gonna have like an ending, and
it was its own thing, right? And like, even though I've also said last week that I'm not a huge fan of like Superman being evil and Nightmare and stuff, even if he's under the influence of Darkseid. Like, even with that, I still recognize it as a good story, and I'd still love to watch it. Like, and I think with Rebel Moon, what he can do here is, I know I'll love whatever he does, and I won't have these like expectations of how characters should be adapted.
Yeah, exactly. Like, really people say, "Oh, the other character wouldn't do that." How the fuck would you know? You don't know the character. You're just learning about him.
Yeah, like these are original characters now, and he can do whatever he wants with it. And I think that will really help him, especially on his style, where it's very, divisive. And
definitely.
I'm on the positive side.
Yeah, it's just. So yeah, we've ruled out Zack Snyder, of course. So I don't think it's gonna be him. Who the maestro is? Who is Jason Momoa talking about? Or Peter Safran, or heck, even James Wan. Maybe like he might work with him like on a horror movie project. I don't know. They were gonna like, you remember that Trench show like that they were gonna make?
Like they were gonna make a show about that specific one specific part of Pokemon. Bro, DC was just
that was gonna be, and then they said it was a Black Manta show, and I'm like, why the fuck would you call it a Trench show? Like everyone made fun of that.
Black Manta has so much
everyone made fun of that. Yeah, like why would you call it that? Why wouldn't you just like people would have gotten excited, but no, like everyone made fun of that. It's just,
I mean, I'm sure.
Bro, DC's so hard. Bro, it's just so hard to be a DC fan. Oh, wait, go.
They just need a reboot. Like this is what I was gonna say before. I wish they brought back Zack Snyder to finish his thing into a reboot, and then they let James like in the years up to that. They let James Gunn prepare his universe, let Snyder do the rest of his thing into the reboot. Like maybe cut out a couple movies, maybe just do like Batfleck film, maybe one more Superman, and then the 2 Justice League films to finish it out. Do the reboot, and then from there, James Gunn can do his whole own thing by himself. Like not having to like conflict with the current universe.
Like, because it's a multiverse, right? Like they've been put that ever since like for the last 2 fandoms, they were like, it's a multiverse. Except like, but only when we want it to be. Like, but we can't have 2 Darkseids. That's why they canceled the New Gods movie. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they blamed it on Zack. I'm like, that is so stupid. Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, Zack's just been the scapegoat.
Dude,
even though like the number one thing that annoys me about that is like when you hire Zack Snyder, you know what you want. You know what Zack Snyder is gonna make, and you know exactly why you're.
Dude, he's gonna make something fire. Like, bro, whenever he posts something on, whenever he posts something on Vero, everyone goes nuts. Like, I don't know if you like, if you know, but like, last year, like when it was Thanksgiving, he posted like a turkey picture saying thankful, and in the background was a Final Crisis comic, and so people went nuts. Everyone was like, oh, does the turkey represent Bruce dying, or does it represent Lois getting incinerated? What's he doing? It's just I'm like, okay, first of all, guys, relax. Like, relax. He does tend to honey dick sometimes. Like, as in, like, he does like I should say, like, he does. Yeah, everyone like expects too much, and
tempt people. Final Crisis. That's the one with the miracle machine, isn't it?
It's the one where like
Superman creates that overpowered thing that wins.
Yeah, doesn't he sing like something? I don't know. I haven't read the whole thing. Like,
no, that was quite a weird crisis.
Yeah,
crisis.
Bro, I'm so sick of crises. It's just
they're just happening every year now.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
There's like, oh god, we're losing readers. We're losing
readers. What do we do? Crisis. Like it's just fuck. It's
I
ridiculous.
mean, honestly, they might not even be losing readers as much as they think. It's very easy to pirate comic books. Like, I'm just saying, like, to read them illegally, especially with how expensive they are. Like, if you want to read them like you'd read, like you consume any other piece of media, it's very expensive. I mean, unless you have DC Universe Online or whatever.
Bro, that app died. Like once HBO was made. Oh, really? Oh, it's still going?
Well, I tried to get it on my phone, right? Like, no one's gonna I want to read like comic books on the fly and stuff rather than having to buy them fully. But the app only lets you do it through the App Store, which is kind of annoying because the App Store takes a cut of DC Infinite or something.
Oh,
the App Store takes a cut of everything you buy through the App Store, and because it's a mobile app, you can't buy it on your laptop. And I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna order this if I'm gonna have to give Apple a cut for it out of no reason. And you guys aren't gonna let me just buy it on the computer.
Yeah, it's like fucking hell. Like, why? Just why? It's just. Oh my god! Yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, Jesus Christ! Like DC, like you need to get your shit together. Like I swear to God, it's like so ridiculous sometimes. What does Bat Super say? I hope DCU. It's so weird to say DCU without saying like DCEU, like because we've been calling that for years. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it called Extended Universe? I understand you don't want to call it Cinematic Universe because like that's a bit too similar. But like, I hope DCU turns out good. But I am keeping my expectations low. Only DC live action thing I have hype for is what Matt Reeves is doing. Okay,
actually,
yeah, fair enough.
James Gunn just confirmed that actually does operate under his banner. So he is.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that. I thought you were about to say, "Oh, he actually canceled the Batman too." I was like, "Wait, what?"
No.
That
was a most popular film in.
Yeah, that was like it didn't make $1 billion, but like it wasn't a flop like some people.
In terms of like just praise in general.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I am excited for that. I hope they're not too scared to go a little more supernatural with it and like a little more, unrealistic with it. Because I don't want to repeat of the Dark Knight trilogy where I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but we've already had that. I don't want another repeat where they just continue down the gritty, realistic one, but instead of embracing,
it's just
what he's actually like in the comics.
Yeah, I do want to see like Man Bat, Clayface,
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, Poison Ivy, Tits,
Mr. Freeze.
Who else? Yeah, who else is there?
Although the leaks, again, spoilers to leaks, have suggested possibly that a rehacked version of Hush will be the villain.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because that was like an Easter egg in like the Batman. So,
apparently, instead of being a doctor, he'll be like a politician.
Oh, what? Really? Oh, okay.
It's like unconfirmed leak.
It's gonna be ice
freeze. Literally, just like he'll just freeze. Yeah, he's
just gonna be like he's just gonna put you in like a refrigerator. He's just gonna make you.
The spy from Team 2. Icicle.
Yes. Oh my god. I hope like he doesn't stay too grounded. I'm just like, bro.
Regardless, I think it will be good and fun, but it's like it's more just like it's weird because Batman is simultaneously overrepresented, but also overrepresented, but also underrepresented at the same time. Like 90% of Batman hasn't been on screen, but the 10% that has been shown so much. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I just really want to reach into the other parts of Batman. But if they do go the Grievous Goose, I know I'll enjoy it and I know I'll have fun with it. But it's just I don't know. I just want them. I want them to introduce the other ones because they need to introduce Dick so we can get the Titan.
Yeah.
They introduce Grayson so we can get the Titans. They need to use Jason Todd for.
I need two men on this. That's what she said.
They need to use Jason for Justice League Dark, in my opinion.
Oh that would be cool.
I think he's a perfect fit for them.
Yeah.
Like with the All Blades as well. Perfect fit. Yeah. He fits with Tone, which is like John Constantine and Jason have kind of similar level, nonchalant, we don't really care what happens approaches to things. Tim Drake for the second generation of Titans, like Cass, Sandsmark, and Connor Kent, all that. So they need to go with further with Batman so they can introduce so much other stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think they were doing with Netflix.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, Batgirl was going to be in like the Batflick movie, and like, yeah, we know that like the Robin is meant to be Dick Grayson, but like, which at first I was like, why? But then like, and then like over time, I was like, yeah, okay, I understand. So like
for this,
so, like,
for that version, it made sense.
Yeah, it works. It works. Like, yeah, it just works. It just worked. Oh yeah. So like last week, the Ayer cut was trending because like freaking I don't know, like I think David Ayer showed his version of the Suicide Squad to like the Warner Bros or some shit. And so yeah, and this thing was released. This is so on the top is from the Ayer cut, and like down here is from the theatrical. So let's give that a look. Jesus. Now there's the Zack Snyder cameo.
It's been so long since I watched Justice League that I don't even expect Justice League. Since I watched the original Suicide Squad, I don't even remember what's going on here.
Bro, what is this panda? Like,
yeah, to me this just looks so ridiculous. I don't remember.
Bro, what the hell? It's like a Attack on Titan looking motherfucker. Oh, look at this. It's just.
Can you hear the audio? Because is the audio different? Is that what they've changed? Other than that, they look quite similar.
No, like the theatrical one was like rushed. Like we didn't see like we saw like the panda just come in, and then like it just cut to like different scenes. I'm like, you're just jumping all over the place. So I'm like,
Enchantress was the main villain, right? Wasn't she?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it was Enchantress. It was, and the brother. I don't give a fuck what the brother's name was because it was forgettable.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I think that might have been a reshoot thing. I don't know.
The brother too, like of Enchantress.
Oh, the brother. I think that was a add-in, like because. I heard that it was gonna be Steppenwolf, like as
really?
Like Steppenwolf. Yeah, that would have been that would have been like the main connective tissue, and here's like the real ending, like that was so here's yeah, we saw that. Yep. Suddenly, the lights go out and the lamps go. There's heavy gunfire throughout the facility. Kaboom! The wall explodes. Several parliamentary breach. With a roar, he cuts the cage. Opens. Right. He's barefoot. The man in the gas mask tears the mask off. It's the Joker. He shoves her back against the cage and aims his gun at her face and smiles. And smiles the smile.
Are they implying that he would have killed her?
I think like he would have like turned against her, maybe like he may have like kidnapped her and like still abuse her. Maybe I don't know. That's a bit. I think it's like left ambiguous. So
yeah, the fact that DC would have the balls to kill Harley Quinn, who like,
bruh, that would like. I mean, they did in. I mean, they did in like Apocalypse War, but like. I mean, everyone was dying. So
they killed everyone in Apocalypse.
Dude, they killed everyone.
The movie was heartbreaking. I actually re-watched Justice League Dark yesterday.
That movie is fire, though.
I love Justice League Dark so much, man. I really like. That's all I care about at this point. Is just give us them.
Just give us that.
Give us them, and I know this one's more specific to me, but just give it. It's the only place where I think you can put Red Hood without him feeling useless and feeling like they should put him there for no reason.
Definitely.
He has weapons that can counter mystical enemies. Justice League Dark with Red Hood, like please.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, and he's got the mystical leap from like Gotham Knights, which.
Well, I don't know if they did that
per
se because
that's a bit ridiculous.
Why would Ra's al Ghul not have that? But But I if they just give him the All Blades and
that'd be sick.
I don't know, just in general, like the moral ambiguity of the team. He fits.
Yeah.
Zatanna's the most moral one of them, and even she has done some pretty dumb shit. So it just kind of tells you the general sense of the team.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, damn, it's just, bro. We need a Justice League. We will get. Have you seen the Hellboy movies?
Yeah, I've seen one of them.
Same. It was going to be directed by the same guy. That would have been epic. That just.
Is Hellboy connected to DC? Because
no,
he's in Justice 2. So I was.
Oh no, he was just a special guest.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I knew he wasn't canon to like DC's main universe, but I always wondered if he was like.
Yeah, no, he's like he's from Dark Horse Comics. He has crossed over with Batman, I think. But yeah, it's just fuck, bro. We had so much potential like with this DC shit. What were we even talking about? Oh yeah, so like we're talking about the Ayer cut. So with David Ayer, he's like I think James Gunn actually like replied. Oh yeah, Happy Veterans Day.
James Gunn did send out a tweet where he was talking about the Ayer cut.
Yeah,
and about
he wasn't just addressing like the Ayer. Yeah, here's the tweet. He wasn't just addressing the Ayer. Okay, he was addressing like Save Legends of Tomorrow, whoever they are,
which is a personal favorite of mine. I love that show.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, I'm a huge Sarah Lance. That's Sarah Lance's show. Yeah, which we were talking about earlier. Like like that show is great. Like it is goofy, and I'll admit that, but it's goofy in the best possible way.
How many seasons did they go up to? Like
6, 7. 6 was dreadful.
Wow.
6 season 1 and season 6 were his worst seasons, which is why it kind of like season 7 didn't get the views, but season 7 was a return to form. Did you know that in the finale, Booster Gold was introduced?
Mr. Who?
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold. Oh, really?
He was introduced in the finale. I was so hyped.
Really?
I was so hyped, and then they canceled it. Like that's why I was so mad. They literally introduced Booster Gold only to cancel it. Like he only had one episode.
I feel like that character should have been introduced earlier. Like I'm not alive. I didn't watch the show.
A time travel show centered around Rip Hunter, who's literally his dad.
Yeah. Like he's not just addressing like the AOK. He's really and like also what he should address is like also like the Schumacher cut, like which I don't know too much about. Apparently it's like a darker version of Batman Forever, and there's also this movie. I don't know if you know, it's called Batgirl, but yeah. Anyway, I
wonder what his thoughts are on that.
Oh yeah,
because
I don't know, like
he won't be able to do anything.
Yeah,
like the boss.
Yeah, David Zaslav. I'm sorry. When I hear David Zaslav, I just hear like fucking Victor Zaz. That's what I think.
Victor Zaz. It's kind of Victor Zaz, and is like.
I mean, he did technically pull off a Killing Joke. You know, I've actually been thinking of like redrawing that panel, except instead of Joker, it's David Zaslav. But I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a bit too. That's a bit.
Oh my god, that's
that would have. I would have been like. That would have gone people pissed. That would have gone people pissed. So like,
what are they gonna do? Like, would she even want to come back? Are they gonna recast?
I don't know. Like, that's a good question.
Why would she want to come back? Like,
yeah, why?
Can you imagine
that? Exactly. You just freaking you just cancel her movie. Like you worked really hard. That you worked a lot of months on. Ayer said the hardest cut was the 41st minutes. He also had to reshoot many parts of the movie. I bet Ayer cut has.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely has.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's the overall film is like 2 hours, I think.
Well, whether or not it's as good as the Snyder cut, which I don't think it would be, but
I think it will be the same level.
It has that. I think it has the level of new footage. Like it has that level of completely changed. Like whether or not the original film was as good as the Snyder cut, I reckon it was definitely changed to the same level as the Snyder cut was.
And also, like, I don't think the Flash is in the Ayer cut. Like, I think that was a reshot scene.
Yeah, they were probably just trying to hype up the new movie.
Yeah, like that was like which I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of liked that scene. It was like the only interaction we're ever gonna get of those two because fucking you know,
he's already dead. Yeah,
he's dead. I'm like, bro, shake my head in disgustion. That's your only enemy, Flash, and you just killed him. Oh, I know you didn't. That was. I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, like so. Yeah, James Gunn addressed it, and he says, As the new and first ever CEOs of DC Studios, Peter and I think it's important we acknowledge you, the fans, and let you know we hear your different desires for pathways forward for DC. Although it's like, but our ability to interact on Twitter has been lessened due to the workload. Yeah, I can't respond to everything.
The way he said it though was so like look, everyone wants Zatanna, legit.
Yeah, bro.
Justice League Dark just needs it. Like, there's no give it the praise it deserves. And we don't
like J.J. Abrams hasn't done shit with the Justice League Dark. Like he was paid so much money to do that movie, and he hasn't done shit. We didn't even hear anything.
I hope, and I think they've gotten rid of that because I don't want J.J. Abrams touching.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
I don't want J.J. Abrams anywhere near Justice League Dark.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like Force Awakens was alright. The others get the fuck out.
Force Awakens is alright because you copied the story of a different film. I think he's a good director.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
I think he's a horrific writer. I don't think he's a good writer. Like we saw that on perfect display in what was it? The Rise of Skywalker. Like Force Awakens, he was able to copy the originals. He wasn't able to.
Except all he had to add to the movie was Ray. That's pretty much
literally the best character arc was like John Boyega.
Yes, and they wasted it. And why did they promote him as the new Jedi? Why did they promote him as like the new Jedi of like?
What's the thing about Disney? They love to do stuff that makes them look good when they don't actually care about it. Like, as much as I hate to say it, and as controversial as this kind of is, like for Disney, he was just like a token. Like he was like, okay, we're making a more diverse cast. We don't actually care about him with Disney. Like we just want
we don't actually. Yeah, you acknowledge they exist, but you don't do anything about it.
He's like, okay, an African American person playing a main character now. That's all we care about because now that will get us the money and the praise we need from the media. They didn't and it's just like it just shows like this superficial side that people kind of tend to ignore. And Disney takes advantage of so much, especially. They take advantage so much of the ability that you can't criticize certain things. And they take that advantage to make sure that people can't criticize their projects when they're bad. And they just, it's unfortunate. I really don't like Disney.
Yeah, fuck Disney. Like, they have made some pretty dumb choices. So, back with James Gunn.
Basically him saying, we hear you, but we're not going to do anything about it. We're just saying.
Yeah, we're not. We hear you, but like, I'll give him credit that that is something that the old regime didn't do.
Would never do. Yeah,
bro. They didn't even. They just called it like that side of the fan toxic. Oh, they're toxic. Yeah, but like they're a minority, even though they got a movie released. But like, Anyway, it's like. I didn't see this as like a no. I think it was like a maybe.
Like, it was more like we're not thinking of it right now.
Yeah, they're not thinking of it right now, but like they're still like
not
planning.
No. Yeah,
it's not a no. It's just like I think he left it ambiguous, which like I'll applaud him. Actually,
look at the person down there. Yeah, like he could have said no directly. No need for the fake ass long speech. I kind of agree with that. Like.
Yeah.
Whether or not he said it, I think it's kind of clear from the way he wrote this that he has no plan to continue it. Like, he didn't say it, but I don't think he personally plans to continue it. So he's just like, we could, but right now that's not our priority. Yeah, like he's just kind of saying no with extra steps.
What? Bring Young Justice back? Has that shit been canceled? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. They were finally going to introduce Supergirl. She's my favorite, like one of my favorite second generation. It's weird. She's one of my favorite second generation characters that has been very rarely portrayed in the way I wanted to. Like, what makes me like her is
they cancel Young Justice. Are you fucking kidding?
You don't know. So that's like purged all the animated projects. Like 99% of DC animation has just been purged. I think the only survivors were Harley Quinn. Which is good. I like Harley Quinn. I think That's it, really. Like, all the others are kind of up in the air. Like, I know, even outside of animation, I know Titans and Doom Patrol are up in the air.
I mean with Titans, but like,
Doom Patrol's great. And Titans season 4 hasn't been bad, I'm gonna be honest.
That came, that has come out.
I watched the first
no
3
one's
episodes.
talking about. Yeah. Oh, is it good? Are they good?
It's certainly better than season. Like, they have, like, the thing is, season 3 was so bad that it genuinely angered me.
Bro, that season just pisses me. Bro, that show is just terrible.
Season 4 hasn't angered me. Like, I can say that. Like, but it's like, instead of doing a Batman villain, they're doing an actual Titans villain, Brother Blood. So, and and like Brother Blood fits the tone of what Titans is. With
Because they wanted that. They wanted that. They wanted that. What is this?
Like Snydery, edgy vibe.
Yeah, they wanted that, and they also wanted that. That goddamn fucking. They tried to make it like a CSI detective show, and the thing is that they kept doing in the. I bet in the writers' room they were like. The thing is, they overuse the word "fuck" so many times. They're like,
and everyone is so much. They say it.
Yeah, there's like, hey man, how you doing? I'm doing good. How you? Fuck you? Yeah, that's literally Titans. Like, the show.
There's so much stuff it does right though as well.
That's what it is.
It does so many of the small things right.
Oh yeah.
But it does the big things wrong. Like the way it built up to like the existence of Batman in the universe, and like I love the way how it feels like there's a universe outside of the show. You know what I mean? Like how it's like it feels like. Remember I called him Snoop Dogg last week. That was really bad. But like in times, it feels like there's an actual universe out of the show. Like it feels like there are teams and stuff, but within the realm of like actually when they actually have to show you that, when they have to show you Batman, it just doesn't work. But when they're like alluding to him, it really did work. So it's like
that was like cool. That was, bro. I swear to God, the actor's fire a lot, but like he's too skinny. He's so like frail. That's the thing.
Oh,
and the ball, he's got a bald spot like on the head. I'm like, okay, that's a bit okay.
And it's like it's not even like after Tim Drake. Like this is just after 2 Robins. And
now like I get that like since he's I get that since he's raised like freaking Dick Grayson who's like 20s or something. Yeah, he'd be a bit old, but not that old. Like
right. Like Dick Grayson's in his 20s, which means that. He probably started with him about 10 years before, which means that Batman took on Dick Grayson when he was in his like 50s, maybe like late 40s, which means that
I would say basically in my head canon it would be like either late 20s or early 30s. That just makes the most sense for me. But like
when he take on Dick Grayson though, but the actor I mean is in his 60s, which means that like based on the universe they've established, he would be in like his 50s when he took on Dick Grayson.
The actor.
Like,
the actor.
But so like they just made him way too old.
Yeah, that was
like I get him being that age, maybe like during the Damian Wayne era, but like
definitely
with had Tim Drake, who's probably like Tim Drake. I think should be the second longest serving Robin, which should be like Dick Grayson probably the most, Jason Todd the least, and then
David Ayer like tweeted out release the article. I thought that was.
Could you imagine if they release it and it's bad? Like this dude would never be able to live it down. Like unless like it's bad, but like
I like Snyder, if it's bad, like I don't imagine. I can't really imagine if it's bad. Like it can't be really any worse than like than Studio Squad. But
it can't. No.
If it's,
like,
no, it can't. But like if it's like. Those two like worked very closely on this film. Like, I think he did. Yeah. But yeah, this was like the third movie for that universe, and like at least if this movie ever comes out, like we'll at least have Man of Steel, BVS, the Air Cut, Wonder Woman sort of, and
Wonder Woman and Zack Snyder's. No, Wonder Woman was part of like Zack Snyder's.
It was. Some people are saying no, it's not canon. Yeah, except for like the third act was like fucked up and shit.
Well, that was poorly written, but it was still part of it. Yeah. It was still part of it. Like for me, the Snyderverse is those 5. Those 5 films is the Snyderverse. Everything else after is kind of just like
everything else is. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. That's So shocking. That's not even a child.
Yeah,
that's a freaking that's
Yeah, I mean now they're just gonna use some multiverse shenanigans probably to justify what they do. Like I guarantee at some point they're just gonna go like, we used to be in the Snyderverse, but now something. I mean, I guess that's what Flashes.
Bro, I don't think they're even gonna acknowledge that universe. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like they're just gonna acknowledge it. So that's.
I mean, the thing for the Flashes, it's been in development for so long that like.
Bro, it's been in development since the first episode of The Flash, and now that's episode, and now like that show's coming to an end. It's actually gonna that movie's actually gonna come out. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
It had to wait until The Flash was at its lowest. The show, so they were like, "Oh, this is at least better than the show, right?" Like, I mean, pretty sure shit on the floor would be better than the show. Like, it's not something to be impressed about.
Yeah, I swear to God, that's bro. Whenever I hear like more news about the Flash movie, I just get more pissed off. Like I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
They won't be able to adapt much. I mean, like I know they're doing some reshoots, but I'm pretty sure it's limited. Like, given how long the show's been in development.
There's only like enough you can do before like fucking up the whole movie. That's just how I see it. Like, there's only so much you can do without.
You get to like that Justice League level where it's just like this doesn't feel like it's part of the same movie. It feels like you're just inserting things to try and stimulate someone from the audience. You're trying to make the audience hype. You're trying to make them laugh. But it doesn't feel like a joint story. It doesn't feel like a continuous story.
And that's the thing. It doesn't even feel like a Flash story. They're just using that character as like a way to like fucking retcon or fucking.
Yeah, like no roads, no reverse Flash.
No reverse Flash is just. I think it's pretty stupid. Like you at least need if not have him as the main villain, at least hint at him.
Literally, Flashpoint. He is the main villain.
Yeah, and
well, actually, Barry's kind of the main villain.
Yeah, he does.
But like other than Barry, it's him.
Yeah, other than Barry. And also with Aquaman and Wonder Woman. But yeah. Anyway, like, and then we're getting Supergirl in this. We're getting Supergirl in this movie, which I think is like okay, cool, but like
I said before, I love Supergirl. I don't love it when they just make her Clark Kent but girl. Like,
yeah, like
I love
Clark Kent,
I love Supergirl because she's actually exploring the implications of being a teenager that experienced everyone you know dying. Like that's a really interesting
that's the show that didn't really like the show didn't really do too much about.
No, the show just made her female Superman. And like, okay, not only is that, but she's also a god. Like imagine everybody you know dying, and then the next day you're a god.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I mean,
what would you do with that? Like how could you possibly and the idea is because she's of the
you're
House
a god,
of
but you can't give everyone back. Yeah,
but because she's House of L, she's so good that she's able like to eventually break through the trauma and become like another Superman eventually, and that's a great thing to build up to. The fact that she's able to overcome what she's gone through, but they just skip it because like,
Well, the best thing about seeing superheroes in like movies and shows is like you get to see their weaknesses. Like I just think that's like really good. Like when we see that, like of course, like like it's just
Superman's is like Superman's more human based. She needs to be more non-human based.
Yeah, like she because she grew up on fucking Krypton before that thing exploded and
before the myriad of different ways that Krypton has exploded in different forms of media.
Yeah, I don't
Which one
know
Which one do you prefer the most? Are
just
you
like
a Brainiac destroys Krypton fan?
Not really. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Not really. I just prefer like it was like a I don't know. That plant just exploded one day and just
yeah.
Obviously, that URL was prepared, but like
yeah. I mean, I think what I like the most is the idea that the planet was dying and Brainiac realized this and like he used to live on a planet that also died and he used the technology to like save himself and try and save the planet, and realizing that the planet was also died, he accelerated it so none of the Kryptonians could escape because he didn't want them to go and infect other planets with their mindset, because he was like, oh, they're just going to go to another planet and show them their technology which will destroy that planet. And like in his like kind of twisted way, he thought he was saving the universe by destroying Krypton quicker, by ensuring none of them could escape. Which is why, like, because one of the big like missteps of Krypton for me is the fact that like why in this futuristic civilization did only one person make a spaceship to escape?
Yeah, I was about yeah. Oh yeah, true.
To me, the idea of explaining that is even if they didn't believe it was happening, surely some of them would just have spaceships on hand.
Yeah, it's so it's so advanced and shit.
I think the way to justify that is it was going to explode, but Brainiac accelerated it so none of them could escape to save the universe. And I think that's a good way to also make him a more interesting villain.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can kind of see that now. That's a good headcanon, actually. Yeah.
Oh, my headcanon is something I've been working
on.
Bro,
my headcanon is my headcanon's like weird as fuck.
DC headcanons are the way, man. No one can like the same universe. It's just fact about DC fans.
That's true. Like our DC universe is like fucked up all the time, and so the best way is to think is just have your own, and
just take stuff from stuff
like this right here is my Batman.
Helicopter.
Lucius, have you tried helicopter? Yeah, I already tried that.
I already tried that. Right, Joe. Where's the trigger?
And this is
I don't want your money. I want Aquaman.
That's our black. He's like he's just so pissed. He's like, I got that stank ass face. Like what else do I have? Oh yeah, this is
yeah. That's not funny.
Oh shit! And then he turns into the Joker.
Yeah, he turns into the Joker. I don't know how someone edited that. That's just
no. You gotta tickle their ball.
Oh shit!
It's like the Batman who laughs, but instead it's Murray, and then when he shoots him, he's like the Joker venom spits out and turns into the Joker. And it's like the Murray who laughs.
Did you all see the actor who teased something Flash Justice League related thing several months back?
No, I didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Let me explain. Explain more, please.
Several months back.
Yeah, that could literally mean anything. Like,
I mean, because I'm on a lot of the Reddits, which is something I.
Oh, the fucking Reddits! Don't get me started with that shit. I've read like a leak. I was on like a stream once, and we like read like some Flash leaks, and they were so stupid. Like,
no, the 9% on their fake. And
like if they're real, it's
real. If they're real, you hope they're fake. That's pretty much how it goes.
Let me send it easier that way. Okay.
But it is fake. But some of it's real. I mean, DC is so bad at keeping stuff secret.
Yeah. No, it's just... I mean,
they didn't even try. Like the Henry Cavill cameo, they didn't even try.
Oh yeah, fuck that shit leaked out like 2 weeks before. I'm like, and like I tried.
By Dwayne.
No, I thought that was that's when he did. That was like the Super Pets thing.
Oh yeah, no, but Dwayne was like. Dwayne in before the premiere was like, you guys got to stick around for the post credits. I've been trying super hard to get him back. And it's like, oh gee, I wonder who.
Yeah, like fucking. About. Yeah, fucking. That to me, that just shows desperation. Like you're not.
I mean, I'm gonna check the box office real quick. Actually, I can use my. Because I've heard like the budget was like what, like 200 odd million.
Oh, for Black Adam, maybe.
If you add it's usually the marketing cost is around twice that. So if you add those together, let's say they need like 400, 500 to break even. It's only like 327 right now, so it hasn't even broken even yet.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of an issue. I mean, I'm all for low budget superhero films. So me, superhero films are all about character stuff. There we go.
So here's the image he sent. He sent through. Who is ready for me to drop some crazy game-changing news? I won't be able to shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Except what I can. Stay tuned. You may hate me soon. Who is this? Who is Greg Creek?
I'm having to look at him. If I'm looking at this guy, I'd say
my sources tell me that
he could.
Why is Oliver Queen? What?
No, that's that. Well, I mean, he's blonde and he has that like kind of fancy look to him.
I mean,
Like,
it could be.
I'm trying to think of who he could pull off.
Who's blonde? John Constantine. What? It could be Captain America.
But he's not British. Constantine needs to be British.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
South African actor. Look at the song he is listening to.
At the speed.
Oh, he's listening to At the Speedful. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he could be a recast of Barry. I could see that. Barry's
really?
blonde. Barry's blonde in the comics.
Oh yeah. Like
he hasn't been blonde ever in live action though, which is a weird thing.
Yeah,
like John Wesley Shipp, Grant Gustin, and Ezra Miller all non-blonde.
Yeah,
so that's weird. But he's blonde in the comics. He could.
Yeah, and I thought
wait,
no,
Eobard Thawne. Oh, I so see it now.
Eobard? Oh, really?
Look at him.
So who is this guy? Greg.
Look, like get a better picture. Like I could so see this person playing Thawne.
Oh, actually, yeah, I can
definitely see a Thawne here.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually. Fuck. Yeah. What's he been in? He's been in fucking
Black
Theodore
Mirror.
Roosevelt. Oh, really? Oh, fuck. Yeah, I can see it. I think I can definitely see this as like he looks like a Eobard. Google him.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Eobard. Like I could so see a Thawne with this guy.
So we're gonna get a South African Reverse Flash.
Well, he's probably like South African / American. Like, I mean, I don't really mind. I think he.
I don't really care, but like, as long as he has like, yeah.
Because he just has that. He has that like socio.
Yeah, he's got that freaking. He's got that stern look. He's like,
yeah, but like, where he can easily go from like a smile to just like.
Yeah, bro, fucking. Bruh.
Okay, I rate that.
I don't mind this.
If he's Thawne, I consider that a good casting.
Yeah. But what is Zack Snyder
Stay
doing
tuned.
there?
Hashtag you may hate me soon. You may hate me soon. Okay, so like.
Okay. I thought like he meant like that he's actually gonna replace Ezra Miller, like for those fans who like Ezra Miller.
No, but like if you think of a character who just like imbues someone you hate.
Yeah. That could be.
Like, yeah, I think that's a great call.
This could be. It could be him. It's just that could be like.
This is a pass for you, Bob.
Right. That is a good casting. Ooh, like whoever great.
He's one of those fun villains. I have so much fun with Thawne. Just like anything he's in. He just like the idea of a villain who has no motive other than.
He would go do anything.
He would go do anything to Barry. Like. The idea that even after Barry's dead, he comes back as him to just ruin his legacy, like out of spite. Like he's just, I love Thawne, and I think he's like a great casting.
He's like the big, this is. I mean, I gotta see him in like what he's in, like.
Well, I know for a fact that they did confirm that Thawne isn't in the Flashpoint movie, so he wouldn't be in Flash 1. But they have talked about. I know they've started writing the script for Flash 2. So
really?
It could be that.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Like I think this could be like he's in the post-credit scene.
It's already written.
What's that? Oh yeah. I think he's either in the post-credit scene or like because otherwise he wouldn't be coming out with this. Like,
Flash 2 is already written. Here we
go.
Really? One of the writers of Aquaman wrote it.
Oh, okay. Better not be Jeff Johns. I swear to fucking God. Okay.
No, it's not Jeff.
It's not Jeff. Okay, good.
But no, apparently the script. David Leslie Johnson McCormick.
David Leslie Grace. I think this David Leslie Grace. Yeah, it's good. It's secretly Batgirl. It's a secret.
I want him to whip it out.
Oh shit! It's secretly a Batgirl movie.
Goldrick. Here we go.
Oh.
I'm checking his IMDb to see what he's got. So he wrote Orphan, which is okay. So this guy probably has a lot of connection to David Safran, if I assume.
Oh, so what's his name?
David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. 4 names.
David. That's a long fucking name, David.
He did Aquaman. He did the third Conjuring film. He
Oh,
wrote some
okay.
episodes.
Yeah. They got a lot of people from got a lot of DC directors now are like from horror movies. Wrath of the
I mean,
Titans.
I love me some horror movies. I mean, despite the, but he
horror movies
wrote
are pretty good.
Orphan and he wrote The Conjuring too. I actually enjoy
Oh, okay.
both those horror movies.
Oh,
And the idea
haven't
of them
seen
writing
it.
someone like Thorn, like the idea of someone who's written horror movies writing someone like Thorn, I kind of like.
Yes,
like
that
they
would
could
be,
make him ultra up.
bro.
Like that kind of does speak to me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it does. Man, this is a good casting. You know, I kind of get. I'll applaud WB if this is, but like that remains if it's true. Like we're just speculating at this point.
Yeah,
We're
like
just, this is like tinfoil hat at this point. We're just.
They're gonna like cast him as LeBron James. Like who knows what WB is?
Yeah, no, it's recast Cyborg only. I swear to God, if we see Cyborg in the Flash movie, and it's from
it's
and it's a
just win.
And its head is cut off like from like in the Superman cameo in Shazam, bro.
I did see someone say like, what if they just made it so you know how like he has two modes? He has like the covered mode and the non-covered mode, and they just in the covered mode. Is something that might do.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that would be a bit too risky though. That would just be because they cut him out of fucking Peacemaker like his Peacemaker cameo. So I don't think they even want the character in general.
Was like, he gonna have? Oh, you're talking about that like scene where the Justice League.
Yeah, like yeah.
I mean, the only people they did include was Jason Momoa and Ezra.
Yeah, because like the others, like
oh, we can't include the others. It's too controversial. Let's just include Ezra Miller. That'll be fine. Nothing.
That's not fucking controversial.
Nothing will happen in the next few months to make this. I
think they only used those actors because like they're the only ones who had movies coming up at that point.
So. Yeah, and so they were already on set. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, and our next topic will be now it's not DC related. It's a movie that's well, I don't know if it's out already, but like when we talking about
it is out.
Wakanda.
Yeah, I think
it's okay. If anyone spoils it in the chat, I'll kill this. No, I'm just kidding.
Marvel film.
You're not fan of the movie.
Respect Marvel, but not a huge fan. But
I this movie, like when I saw the trailers for it, I was like, I'm like, okay, this looks pretty good. This is like the only Marvel movie I've watched since it's in theaters is Spider-Man: No Way Home, and that was a good movie.
Do you have like a trusted reviewer, like someone you watch and you're like, okay, if he endorses it, I endorse it.
Like like the people I stream with, like usually like they like reviewed like Love and Thunder, and they said that movie was trash, and like I didn't even watch the movie. I just saw the trailers, and I just don't like Taika Waititi in general. Like, that guy's gonna make a Star Wars movie.
This person I watch, Sean Chandler, he does like movie reviews, and like 99% of the time, he'll like hit right on the head to how I'll feel about it, and like he's been super critical of Phase 4 of the MCU. And he said, "This is a return to form."
Okay.
So,
okay.
So, like, I trust him. So, I'm actually gonna watch the film, unlike most things. And in Marvel related, I watch pretty much everything Marvel related. We've just
like the only latest things I've watched from Marvel was like I watched a bit of She-Hulk. It was alright. I didn't really.
I watched She-Hulk so I could comment on it. You know what I mean? Like I needed to know what they were going to do.
Yeah, like the show just looked bad on purpose. So I feel like okay, this looks pretty stupid. I think I might give this a shot. But then like the first episode was a bit okay. This is pretty stupid.
The show was an example of what I was saying before about Disney and how they the show was all about like the main villain were fans who were toxic fans. Like toxic fans.
Yeah, I thought that was I heard about that. I thought that was like a pretty funny idea. But
it was so clearly a deflection attempt from Disney to there are toxic fans and their issue. Like they are a problem. But the thing is about Disney is they see this as an opportunity to criticize any fan who has a problem with the show. Like anyone who didn't like the show is just grouped in with these fans. And it's like, it's a good way for them as a company to deflect any criticisms.
Yeah.
And I always just see the corporate cynicism of it. Like, I'm a little cynical with that sort of thing. And I always just see it as like the corporation kind of taking advantage of a situation to try and ensure nothing can go wrong with their project. But you know, like in terms of criticizing Doctor's fans, like like, a lot of the criticisms were fair, but I just know that I'm just skeptical.
Like, it was too on the nose. Like sometimes it was just a bit too on the nose.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially the finale was very on the nose.
Yeah, I did see that part of Hulk's son. What the fuck was that?
Nothing. Like what you saw is what we saw. People who just show like that's it.
That haircut. What? What was that?
Just goes like. So basically, what happens is while I do respect them for, I do like in idea what they did with her breaking the fourth wall, but while she's talking to Kevin Feige, I'm not going to explain that. You just have to just like wrap that around your mind. So while She-Hulk was talking to Kevin Feige, he goes like, "Oh, Hulk needs to be in this episode. We need to introduce," and he's like, "No, which I actually did like when she was like kind of criticizing the fact that like
I saw like a clip of that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty meta, and I like that. Like,
I like how they were criticizing how everything's introduced something else, but then they did it anyway, and they introduced Hulk's son. But so they made fun of like introducing it within the episode. So instead, they just introduced it at the end in like a 1-minute segment, and it's just like, well, this is even worse. Now we have literally no context for what happened. All we know is he's like back
what
to
the fuck happened?
Second episode, and now he's got a son. That's all we know.
Yeah, it's just. But like, are you planning to watch Wakanda Forever?
I am.
You are? Okay. And that is the show, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, I'll be seeing it tomorrow night. Like, hopefully it's gonna be good. I've got a feeling I'm gonna hate that. I'm gonna hate the character Ironheart. I've
heard she's not bad.
Oh, okay. Because she's not really a popular character. She's like a pretty much like a disliked character. So and she looks like she's gonna be like for that younger audience. And like the armor she has, like I've seen a picture. It looks pretty.
One of the issues with characters like that is like, at the end of the day, there's people who like the stuff and dislike the stuff, and the issue with both is you get grouped in together. And so it's kind of hard. Like when people dislike Ironheart, it's kind of hard to tell why they dislike the character. If you kind of get what I'm saying, like some people they have certain reasons as to why they dislike the character. It's kind of hard to see people who genuinely have criticism.
Yeah, like if you like sometimes if we're told we hate the character, like it doesn't mean we're that. It means like no, it's just not a well written character.
At the end of the day, the issue is like there are some who do hate it for that reason.
Yeah. There's always going to be that crowd.
They make it look like everyone else does. And to the point where it's like you can't really tell. So
unless they give us a good reason or a valid reason, then it's like.
So I'm gonna try my best to just go with an open mind and give it a chance. The idea of a legacy character who had nothing to do with the original character doesn't interest me that much. Yeah, like the fact that she's a legacy for Iron Man and didn't even know him, like the thing I love about DC and this legacy characters is that
it's like they actually got to know each other
and stuff. Yeah, like, but she doesn't even know him. Like I don't know exactly how I feel about that part of it, but I'm gonna leave her as like I'm not seeing her as an Iron Man legacy. I'm seeing her more as her own thing. I feel like if I do that, I can like it more.
I'm just like the movie, like it seems like this one's gonna be like I've heard that this one's mostly about grief, like with the character of Black Panther and like what happened. Like that was that was unfortunate and like it's just and apparently like the actor who's playing Namor, like this is his first role, like this first time.
Oh no, I've heard great things about Namor.
Oh really? Okay, so like
Namor I've heard is great. I think like a lot of like so the two main criticisms I've heard of this film is number one, they didn't do Namor enough.
Oh really?
But like not that he wasn't in a lot of it, but like that they could have done more with him even. Like
okay,
so like he was good and people wanted more. And two, pacing issues. Pacing issues are always going to arrive in a. Sorry, I'm checking one time. Is long.
Like I've heard the movie's long.
Film. 2 hour 40-minute film.
Yeah, because like the longest movies we've had for the MCU are like Eternals. That movie was long as fuck. Like, I just
But Eternals is it. Like Eternals, Avengers Endgame, they're all team films where you've got a whole
like
team
Eternals was a bit was longer than it should have been. Like,
it was a bit of we didn't know anything yet, so we went that in.
I didn't mind Eternals, but like I did think it was a bit too long.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like,
we didn't have that connection to those characters yet.
Yeah, and like most of them, like, yeah, it's just, fuck.
When I'm thinking Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, I mean, I guess when I think of the character I'm most interested in, probably be Okoye. Like, I think out of all of them, she's probably my favorite of the ones we know so far.
She's a good character. I like the most interesting, the best I've heard like is the mother, like Angela Bassett. Like, apparently, like her, like.
Oh yeah, I know she does have a big role in this.
Yeah, I know her. Apparently, her performance is like Oscar worthy or something. Which, like, I'm pretty sure that's what every Marvel fan says. Like, whenever an actor cries in like any of the DC shows, everyone's like, "Oh my god, that he needs an Oscar." I'm like, fucking relax. Like, people cry every day. Did they get Oscars?
For RDJ.
The time length of Eternals is. True. Like, I felt like fucking.
Like, it's a very bold move for a movie where nobody knows any of the characters yet.
Yeah, like
in live action. I mean, and to make it that long, like, you gotta know the characters.
Yeah, that was a fucking that long. Yeah.
But it was a long. It is a long.
Yeah, it's fucking long. And like also, like, I'm excited to see what. Go on.
I think we know these characters, we know this world more, and this, like, out of a lot of what Phase 4 has been, this feels like much more of a connection. Like, Wakanda is such an important part of the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, it was.
A film centered around Wakanda feels important. Wakanda, like, that's where like the final battle was in Infinity War. Like, it's such an important part, and a lot of these characters.
Yeah, it was like a.
So, like,
bro, that was a cool ass battle. My time. Yeah, that was a cool ass battle in Infinity War, but like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there's so many great parts about that. Thor's arrival.
Yeah, bro, that scene is fucking gives me chills all the time. Like, bro, that scene is just amazing. So yeah, I think this movie is going to be good. Is of course it's going to destroy Black Adam. There's not like it's a Marvel movie. Like, people know who Black Panther is like now because this movie is going to destroy Black Adam. And well, I don't know if they're going to do too well in China because.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. Black Adam's box office is just going to end. Like, their run is done. Like, they're not getting any more. I think about it.
Yeah, but like, this movie is going to destroy. Because not just because of the name, but like what it means to people, and yeah. So before we end the show, we're going to be playing a little game. It's going to be called Best of the Trilogy. Now, how we're going to do this? Yeah, how we're going to do this is like, so like each trilogy, like we're going to pick, like, we're going to choose our favorite out of each trilogy and like and discuss why they are. So let's start with wait, where is it? Let's start with this Star Wars, the original trilogy. Which one is your favorite?
I'm gonna be super boring here and say Empire. Like, I know everyone says Empire.
Yeah, everyone says that, but like,
there's a reason everyone says Empire.
Yeah,
like,
there's a reason, of course.
It's great, and like, as someone who loves like the general lore of like the original trilogy, like the prequels and like all that up until it, I feel like Empire is the one that like feels the most connected. Like, the amount it does in this film, like setting up, like it's the one that kind of showcases the Empire the best, I would say. Like, it's the one that really makes it a menacing threat. That's like continued in so many of the projects to this day, in the current era. Like, it really makes you feel like the rebels aren't like an equal threat to the Empire. Like, it's not like, it's not like a war where two people are fighting. It's the Empire owns it, and the rebels are struggling to get by.
Yeah, that's like the most interesting part about it. It's just Empire. Like, there's like some like, that movie's like considered to be like a movie without any flaws, which for me that's like that can be a bit difficult with like some because like like, of course I'm always gonna see like a movie with flaws, but with that one like that one's like that it introduces like it expands upon what we like what we like learned in A New Hope and what we are gonna like find out more. It just leaves like a huge like impact on like because for years like the movie like it kept people guess like it made people ask questions like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like it just
like Darth Vader's his father. Is he lying? Is he not? You know, sort of thing.
Oh yeah, he's lying. But like yeah, like it's just is Obi-Wan lying or no? Is what's his name? How the fuck did I forget? I got a freaking action figure of him right here, and I forget its name, bro. I better throw my stuff in the trash. But and now this action figure can't stand up anymore. Okay. Yeah, it's just that movie is like it's a good. It's like everyone always says like that the second one is always the best, and like I think for that one it is. But for like my favorite of like that's a good one. For my favorite of like this trilogy, I think it's a bit hard to I tie it in with Empire and A New Hope. Because like A New Hope, like my favorite scene in A New Hope is where like Luke asks Obi-Wan or Ben like how did my father die, and it just sets up the whole lore. Like it's like we don't know shit, we don't even know what the fuck a Clone Wars is, and like it just leaves us wondering. Yeah, that's we just learned like so much, like we learned so much yet so little in that first movie. It's just like, and of course like and like sometimes like we didn't get a final battle lightsaber fight, but like I don't really care about that. It's just like it's just a good movie. It's just and like some of the special editions are like a bit unnecessary and shit. But for me it's like it's tied with those two. And so our second one is going to be which one would you choose? X-Men Origins Wolverine?
This one's easy.
Yeah, this one's it's gonna be X-Men Origin. No, I'm just kidding. It's of course like it's gonna be like Logan. That movie is like I remember seeing that movie in the theater. I was like, okay, this is gonna be the last time I see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and this movie's gonna have like
anymore, is it?
Not anymore. I'm like, bro, like at first when that was announced, I was like, okay, are they just doing that to like fucking
one more last cash grab?
But like after like thinking about how they did it with how they did it with No Way Home, I'm starting to like trust that. So but for Logan, that movie's like, dude, he's dude, they're on the run, like fuck that. It's just,
and it's exactly what I want from superhero movies as well.
Yeah, like they you can't say like a lot of people die in the movie. Fucking
no, but it's also like it's such a like superhero movies for me are like such a good way to explore so many like concepts and like in terms of like philosophy and like morality and stuff. And like when you strip it down to its bones, you get something like Logan, which is very like it's all about like what the characters are thinking, why they're doing what they're doing, what the motives are. And it's like, that's what makes them interesting. Like, I love a good spectacle fight. I'm not going to say I see it and go, CGI. Like, no, I think it's dope. But
yeah, it is.
At the core of it, I love stories like these, which kind of like why I don't think this genre is at its end yet. Like, people are like, oh, perfect. Like, no, we can still tell so many great stories with characters like these who explore morality and philosophy and like all these like dark and less flashy but more interesting concepts.
Yeah, it's like just what are your thoughts on the Wolverine? Because that movie is not talked about enough. I like no one talks about that movie. I don't mind the movie actually. It's like it's a pretty good movie. What did you think?
It's fine, but it's got Fox-itis, where it's like all the Fox X-Men films just don't feel like any of them exist in the same universe.
That's true. Yeah, I guess.
So, like,
yeah, I get
this
what you
trilogy,
mean,
this trilogy, none of these three films feel like they exist in the same universe.
Yeah, because only like two of them are like fucking connected. Well, like Logan, like it was like set after Days of Future Past.
Yeah, but like it's after Days of Future Past, but it still has that. It's still
From
like
that
the
because
original.
like they just. Yeah, it's like the same actor, like same. Yeah, same story, like, but yeah, like it's. Yeah, it's
all adjacent.
Yeah, like
but
for
it's
us,
like,
if so yeah, Logan is a double for us. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, X-Men Origins is not as bad as people say. Yes, I get the Deadpool
I have
part.
fun with X-Men Oranges, but
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
like,
But
it's
like,
not
yeah,
great.
the Deadpool part, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But like, yeah, it's a movie. Yeah, and yeah, it's not as bad as people say. It's just, yeah. So our third one is gonna be which is the best out of the Captain America trilogy?
I was literally just thinking this. I was gonna
Yeah.
say this is one of my all-time favorites. Like,
Bro,
I've said a million times of it this week and last week. I'm a DC fan. My favorite superhero is Captain America. He is such a good character.
Bro,
I love
bro. Which is your favorite? Like if
honestly, like, I mean, obviously it's not the first one. Like, no, the first one's great.
the first one is fire. Like, it's not my favorite out of the trilogy.
Is so good.
Yeah,
This trilogy is so good that it makes the first one look bad, even though it's not. Like,
oh yeah, but like the first one just felt like so. You hadn't seen something like this in Marvel before. Like you got Iron Man that was and like and Thor. Thor came out before and Hulk and like this was like about like the World War, like the war and stuff. And you had like you had Tony Stark's father, which was the connective tissue for that universe that they were building at the time. And
in superheroes, especially nowadays, like they're pushing so hard to make it like these edgy characters with these like shaky morals who do it because they do it for like a selfish reason, like or because they're funny, and it's like like it's so good to just have a character genuinely just a good person, and like he is like him and like Superman are the archetypes, like two characters that are just like good people, and there's something about that which is why I love this character so much.
Exactly.
I'd have to.
Yeah.
Oh God, I honestly.
Civil War was like.
One?
What's that?
You go first. You go first. I gotta make up my mind.
Yeah. So like, now with Winter Soldier, that's another movie. I don't really see any flaws. The theme is like the score is freaking amazing. Like the acting in the movie, the action is just.
Have you seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No. But no, I haven't seen it. I saw one episode. That was like 9 years ago or some shit. But like, yeah, like this movie is like, it's so damn good. Like you just like this dealt with real life shit, like like sort of real shit, and then like with espionage, fucking like spies and shit. Like this is like one of the perfect movies where I don't really see a flaw in, and yeah, it's just.
I think I'd have to go Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier is for the win. What do you think about Civil War? Like when that movie came out, like there was so much. I remember, like it was like back when 2016 was like I think we were in year 6. Yeah. Like it was, the hype for that movie was insane, and it's like. The only thing like people were excited for, like, because like we were wondering who's gonna die. Of course, no one died. Like we all thought like War Machine would die because the trailers fucking tricked us and shit. And everyone was excited to see Ant-Man come in, Black Panther, and of course Spider-Man. Like that was like, bro, the second trailer. I remember that second trailer drop when that second trailer dropped, and freaking Spider-Man came in. The internet, blew itself up.
Like, that's the thing, right? Like the reason I love this film isn't even like for the Germany airport scene. Like it's that final fight between him and Iron Man that makes me love this film.
Wait, what's that? Like, you were cutting out for a sec.
Oh, sorry. That airport Germany scene, like I love. It's not even what I love.
Yeah, it's a good scene, but like it just felt a bit like
him with Iron Man at the end. Him and Iron Man
should have had more. Like an airport, like. Yeah, it's like, and this story is like very different from like the comics, and the movie came out at this like right around the same time BVS did. Like, I think they even had the same dates at the point. Like, but that, which is what made Warner Brothers like push it back, like push it forward a bit. So like,
my 4 favorite Marvel.
Which I think that was a good move.
Ones
yeah, it is a Marvel film, and people were like used to that formula. Like this was like phase 3, like, and this was like I think this was the movie that like we started to get a bit of the Marvel fatigue. It was either this or what do you call it?
For me, I love this one. I really do.
Yeah, the film's the film's fire. It's just like I haven't seen the movie in ages, but like
it got to the point where it's like, where do we go from here? Yeah, like I get that.
Yeah, like, it was just, bro. I had so many questions off the movie, like how the fuck are they gonna team up to like fight Thanos or some shit? But like, yeah, like, this trilogy is fire though.
I think what made me love this film is the idea that like literally everyone's telling him he's wrong. He's kind of lost everything.
Yeah.
The fact that because he thinks something's right, that Steve Rogers just sticks with it, and it just kind of like just stays in with the theme of like him just being a good person. Like regardless of whether you agree with what he did, he thought what he was doing was right, and he wasn't going to back down.
Yeah, he had no shame in it. And,
I think he was in the right here. Personally.
Yeah. Okay.
I just like love how it carries him and like how he's just willing to do whatever it takes in the end.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I think the Russo brothers like are some of the greatest like superhero film creators there are. Like all 4 of my favorite Marvel films are the ones they made.
Yeah, like I like Winter Soldier. Like Winter Soldier. Oh, I love Winter Soldier. Infinity War was pretty. It was fun for what it is. Endgame. I'm not a big fan of Civil War. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's good for what it is. And
what Marvel films would you put personally above them?
What Marvel films would I personally put above them?
As an MCU, not like just.
Oh, as an okay. I thought I had to include like fucking X-Men and shit. I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
For me personally, those 4 are just the top.
What's that? Which one?
For me personally, those 4 are at the top.
Oh yeah. Like definitely Winter Soldier's got to be at someone's like top 5. If it's not if it's not someone's top 5 or top 10, it's gonna like that's just fucking weird.
Oh no.
So so are we agreeing that Winter Soldier takes the crown for this one?
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
All right. So then for our 4th one, like we got 3 more, is Iron Man, which is the best one.
It's 1.
Now I saw 1 like a few months ago, and that movie was still good. I haven't seen 2 in a while. It's not bad. 2's not. Yeah, 2 is all right.
It's not bad. It's the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah. It's like it's just not as like. Yeah, and like Iron Man 3, that movie gets a lot of hate. Yeah, and I understand like the Mandarin cop out like thing. Yeah, but like that I think that movie was like. That was like I remember that movie. I remember the hype for that. The hype for that movie. There was like everywhere I go in every store there was like action figures of like so many variations of Iron Man armors. There was like, like that. Holy crap! That movie's like nearly 10 years old. Like it's gonna be like next year. That movie's gonna be 10 fucking years old. And
damn,
bro, and like it's fuck, I'm gonna have a seizure for a sec. Fuck. That movie's just really fire. It's like I personally got to go with Iron Man 3. That I know that one's really.
I really like Iron Man 3, but
Iron Man 3 is fire though. But like, yeah, like Iron Man 1 is pretty funny. Like it's got some good jokes in there. Like it's not the jokes were like not all in your face, and it was actually pretty mature. Like there's a fucking sex scene in like pretty much the beginning of the movie. Like there's like I feel like if that movie was made by the MCU today, it would be very, very different. That's how I feel.
Well, the MCU today is more like it's more polar.
Yeah, it's more like it's more.
It's like it's either going to be too hard to be adult or be too kiddie.
Yeah, that's the thing. They try and like shove it in your face, like yo, this is adult. But they were just like, and this they were like
it came naturally.
Yeah, it was just natural. Like they didn't shove it in your face like this, bro. Like yeah, Iron Man 3 it was pretty far and like yeah. So our fifth one is gonna be which is the best of the Spider-Man trilogy. Now I was gonna do like the Homecoming or like the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, but I'm like, I don't fucking have time for this shit. But
it's Far From Home anyway. Yeah, but like anyway, not Far From Home.
Far From Home. Far From Home. Get out of here with that shit. I don't want to see that. That movie is trash. Like,
Get the fuck out of my office with that shit.
That movie is just, oh my god, fucking hell! Like,
but this one,
the Techno Union.
Who's my first controversial one? I kind of like the first one more. My first one's favorite. The first one's my favorite.
Which one?
Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, the first one's. Oh yeah, the first one's fun. The first one is great, but it's aged the worst. Like it's got some some goofy scenes. Like, oh god, there's some goofy ass editing. Like it was like flashings of skeletons and shit, and like fucking. Yeah, but like that movie is really fire. Like it's like one of the first movies I ever watched. Like it's what got me into the shit, and like Spider-Man 2, like that movie is like always gonna be considered like that movie's great. I love Willem Dafoe as like the Goblin. I love Alfred Molina. Yeah, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and those characters are really like Tobey Maguire is like a great Spider-Man. Like of course, like afterwards, like we're gonna get Spider-Man 4, but like that turned into the Amazing Spider-Man, which those movies are fire though. But I would include those movies, but it's not a trilogy. But unfortunately, but yeah, it's like Spider-Man 3. It's not as bad as people say. Yeah, I get that it's got its problems and shit. Like Sandman is the best part of the movie, of course. Like Venom's design, I think in that movie, like the face, like is way more scarier than the Tom Hardy Venom.
Tom Hardy's villain is going to be like pretty much a hero. Like they don't even.
Yeah, he's not even a freaking villain. He's like Cookie Monster. He sounds like freaking Cookie Monster. He's like, I'm Venom.
He's entertaining, but he's not a villain.
Yeah, it's a bit too goofy in like some cases. So I'm just like, okay, what are we doing? Like the part where he's at like a dance, like at a nightclub. That was like, okay, what are we doing? That's stupid. I would have cut that out. I'm not gonna lie, but like, this Spider-Man 2 does take the crown because it shows Peter Parker's life. It sucks. It sucks extra balls. like bro. If I had that life, I'd fucking be depressed as hell. Like I would.
Given he has such the power, he has the power to just.
Bro, he's got all the power he wants, and like, I'm sorry, like, I feel like Mary Jane was good in the first one, but holy shit, she got so annoying in the later films. Like, fucking hell.
Oh yeah, she just.
Yeah, I
was like, dude, Peter, just leave her.
Dude,
please.
if I'm Spider-Man and if she starts falling, dude, I'm not gouging her. Fucking hell, like I'm letting her fall. I'm letting her fall. I don't give a shit. She was good in like the first one, even though she's like the damsel in distress like 3 freaking times, and it's like, that's like this. Yeah, I think we can all agree that Spider-Man 2 is what is it? Oh yeah, it wins. Yeah. Now the last trilogy is gonna be actually no, not the last trilogy, but here's the second last trilogy that we're gonna talk about, like which is the best one, the Dark Knight trilogy, which is the best one.
Being boring again here, Dark Knight.
Yeah. Like it's okay. My personal favorite out of those ones is got to be
Begins.
Yes, Begins. Dude, Begins it's got the best lines. It's got the best quips, better than any MCU movie. I'm just saying that straight up. Like it just felt more comic book movie, and like the suit. Like later on, the suit got worse. Like it just got over detailed and shit. And
the only issue I have with Begins is Ra's al Ghul was too realistic.
Yeah. I was like, okay, how would you do like a realistic Ra's al Ghul like? And
it's like
he's
they
like, I've got a
introduced
particular set of skills. Yeah, I've got a particular set of skills. Yeah,
They introduced the fact that he lived for that long, like what was it, 1,000 years, or like 100 years or so, or however.
Yeah, something like that.
In that,
yeah, and then like a racial, he only like he like died. Like I'm like,
it's like
that's a bit
okay. So
that's stupid.
If you're like hinting that the Lazarus Pit exists,
yeah,
how does he like? Why do they not collect his body and put it back in? Like, does it exist or not? Like, I don't know. Like, I get what they were going for. Like, as they, I love these as a Christopher Nolan slash.
Yeah, these are great movies, except for Dark Knight.
But they just take it too seriously in terms of like the logistics of it, which doesn't make them bad. It just means
not bad. Like they're just I which is like what I hope like the new trilogy like learns from like these movies. Like don't go.
That's why I like the Dark Knight the most as well. Is because Bane and Ra's al Ghul both rely on kind of supernatural liquids, so to speak. But the Joker is just the Joker, which means that for me,
he's more like an anarchist in that one, which I think is that was
and whilst the Joker did try and prove too much of a point, and I do get like he was kind of trying to to the point in this, still he didn't need that. Like he fit the style of this realistic Batman universe.
He did. I think that was like
require any of the supernatural stuff.
Yeah, you didn't need any. I feel like if you added like Superman, like Flash, and Wonder Woman, like it just would have like I don't know, just kind of like made those like made those things they like made like the world they were building feel redundant. That's how I feel.
Exactly.
No.
Out of the villains I use, Joker fit the most in this universe.
Yeah, and like Begins is my favorite. Like Dark Knight is yours. Hello?
Yeah. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, wait, which is your favorite is the Dark Knight?
Yes, Dark Knight.
Yes. Mine is Begins and all right. So Dark Knight Rises, more like Dark Knight Drowns. Fucking hell, I hate that movie. That movie's so boring. Okay. And our last one is now I know it's technically not some people wouldn't consider this a trilogy, but I gotta include it. Which of these is one
of the few on this list where I'd say level 3. But I'd say actually I love all the Star Wars is. But I'd say
these movies all get like do you know these like Man of Steel is turning like 10 years old next year, like, and people are still talking about the movie, and like you're not hearing anyone talk about like the Suicide Squad or Birds of Prey or like Peacemaker. You're not hearing anyone talk about these movies have left like the biggest impact, and like this was like the foundation that was gonna happen for the DC universe. And oh my god, if only they stuck to their guns. But now they've got James Gunn. But let's hope he does right. Let's hope he does right. Let's hope he proves us wrong. Like, because
I mean, I have relevant, I think, but for me, I'd have to say,
look, I hope he does good. Like, I'm not a fan of his work, like, but yeah, hopefully we will learn what happens next. So, thanks everyone who like came on, like everyone who came to watch, stop by. This was a good stream. Fuck, what time is it now? It's like 5:31. Okay. Later. Yeah, it's like so like this is a good stream. We're like next week we'll see what else is happening, and we'll try and get like more people on the stream because why wouldn't we want to? Like, it's just I was actually gonna have David Zaslav on the stream, but like he told me that he couldn't
answer my calls.
He didn't answer my calls. Like, you son of a bitch, fucking you answer my calls. Yeah, but like unfortunately, like we'll try and get him on next week. Like he's a very busy man. Like he's too busy like canceling movies and shit. But thank you all for stopping by, and we will see you. Where's the fucking where is it? Where's
Are you trying to have sex with me?
Oh shit! That's not. That's not. Yeah. So you can all find us on our respective places, and dude, I'm not good with outros. Yeah. I'll see you guys. See you later. Yeah.